In our last video, we understood that for an improvement in the lifestyle of the occupants, just green buildings aren't enough. So let's actually see what well-rated residential buildings are and why they matter to all of us.
So energy efficiency, because we are naturally inclined to environmental sustainability. So I think my wish is, we should have very less consuming electrical equipment.
More nature lights.
For example, when there is a air pollution, why can't the air purifier be built within the air? This kind of those are suggestive things. Secondly, what she just mentioned about the glass, it is more like soundproofing and sunproofing. So having visited certain countries like Dubai, they actually are good testimony to that soundproofing. So I think we're looking for that kind of material and workmanship in our future homes. I think third is on the ventilation.
The Dogras remind us that what people really want in a home is simple: healthier air, better light, safer spaces, and more comfort. But how do we go from these aspirations to measurable standards?
The Well Building Standard was created with the intention of having a mechanism to prioritize health and well-being. Well certification is really about making our lives better. Not just building pretty homes, it looks at 10 key things that affect our health and how we feel every day, like clean air, natural light, staying active, mental well-being, and even the materials used in your home. So when we design homes with all this in mind, we are not just creating buildings. We are building spaces that actually help you live healthier and feel happier.
So how does well actually show up in our daily lives? Let's hear it from those who design and those who live in well spaces.
Well-certified homes are designed to support health and well-being. Residents benefit from cleaner air, safer water, and a better temperature control. So, adherence to indoor VOC standards and meeting inorganic gas threshold helps in protecting residents from respiratory issues. Additionally, other features contribute to the wellness of the residents.
I think having playgrounds provide better nurturing sports facilities for the children, that's one part. And having good gardens or sit-out areas for the senior citizens. People here have come in mainly for space. So I think any expansion, modification, betterment is always welcome.
So, well-certified buildings offer a real win-win for both the people living in them and developers behind them. So, for residents, it's all about the quality of life. You get cleaner air, better natural light, and spaces that actually encourages movement and well-being. These are not just nice to haves. They can seriously boost your daily comfort and overall health. And for developer, it's just as powerful. When people feel better in their homes, they are more satisfied, they stay longer, and they are more likely to recommend the projects. Plus, well certification helps projects stand out in a competitive market, especially among buyers and tenants who are putting wellness first.
So green building standards have done an amazing job when it comes to reducing environmental impact. But here's the thing, their main focus isn't the people actually living inside those buildings. And that's where well certification comes in. It goes beyond just being good for the planet. It's about creating spaces that are actually good for you. So it's not just being about building sustainability, it's about helping people live better too. Where we focus on planetary health, well focuses on human health and well-being. One of the examples I always give is do a lot to emphasize how much water is being utilized. As an example, well focuses on what's in the water and how pure that water is, and the health benefits of a lot of the strategies.
Honestly, it's the challenges we face here that make well certification so important. Take air pollution. It's a big issue in the NCR. That's why in some of our projects we have added advanced filtration systems. And yes, it takes lots of effort, but the health benefits are absolutely worth it. Then there's the extreme weather. Keeping indoor spaces comfortable all year round isn't easy, but it's something we have really focused on.
I think it's unfortunate, but even today we need to educate a lot of people about the correlation between the built environment where people spend 90% of their time, which is indoors. And it's unfortunate that we still need to educate people on the impacts of what various elements of their environment can have on their health and well-being. I've been using this quote from a Harvard professor lately who said, your facilities manager has a larger impact on your health and well-being than even your doctor does. And that is very true. And making that awareness very global is a barrier, and we're trying hard to do that. We're a small organization, but what's working in our favor is this large community, like I said before, of well APs, of partner organization, of industry pioneers that are helping spread this movement across the globe.
Space is another challenge. In packed urban areas, getting enough natural light, greenery, or even good airflow can be tough. But here's what's exciting: more and more people today want homes that support their health and well-being. For us here at Experion, it's not just a challenge, it's our commitment.
I'd say the one other barrier that we run into very often is organization and businesses asking for a return on investment for implementing something like well. And that's a very common question. Again, it's unfortunate that we try and put an ROI on human health and well-being, but from a business standpoint, it's a valid question. The residential standard was launched by IWBI about a year ago, and Experion happens to be one of the very early adopters of the standard that demonstrates a lot of leadership. More recently, I think I learned that Experion projects are one of the first pre-certified projects in the world, and in fact the first pre-certified project in India alone. That demonstrates leadership, that demonstrates commitment, and when we do get to full certification, we'll see thousands of residents benefiting from the use of those health-based, evidence-based health strategies and that prioritize their experience. So congratulations to Experion on that. I think we've, I'd say in the last 5 years, we've seen a lot of various global crises and such trends occur, which have kind of heightened the visibility and the emphasis on human health and well-being. One of the biggest such trends being 5 years ago, the advent of the COVID pandemic. And I think we often at IWBI say that's a very unfortunate silver lining for us at IWBI, because that was the first time that the impact of our buildings, our offices, our homes was that widely accepted as being influential in human health and well-being. And I think since then we've had a lot of emphasis on things that impact occupant experience, disease and sickness being one of them, air quality as an example. And coincidentally, I happen to be sitting in Delhi, where that is a massive concern throughout the year. And it's crises like these that continue to inform us in terms of what health trends and issues that need to be accounted for when we're coming up with the evolution of the standard. We've been very impressed with the well standard within the Indian landscape. India had a slower start as far as the well adoption goes, but we've seen an explosion of adoption in the last 2 years. And like everything that India does, it's moving at a very, very fast pace. The adoption has been largely overwhelming, and we see this trend continuing with the leadership that India is showing in its progress and its development across the board.
Definitely,
Yes.
It has to be, because this openness or efficiencies or longevity. I would put it this way: it's a longevity in terms of not only infrastructure but also in terms of life, and the place you live and enjoy more, because technology changes that very fast. So it will come at a cost, and I think people or anybody, with me, I would love to have that. And
I agree with him. These things come at a cost.
One comes at a cost, but at the same time, I think premium means with respect to today. We don't know what actually it means. It's a benchmarking, but certainly answer is yes.
For families like the Dogras, well isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. For Experion, it's a commitment. And for IWBI, it's a movement shaping healthier communities worldwide. At Experion Developers, well isn't just about meeting a standard, it's about setting one. Because when people thrive, communities flourish. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay tuned.